really has to be in there, Paul. So much is writing on this.
Look, I know how anxious you are, but I have to let the sheriff's handle this.
Who's there?
Sheriff's office, ma'am. Open the door.
What do you want?
Are you Maris Voorhees?
Yes.
We understand there's a Mildred Johnson staying here.
Who?
Millie Johnson. Name ring a bell?
Why? Should it?
You're a nurse, right? You take care of people in your home from time to time?
So?
So do you or don't you know who Miss Johnson is?
I don't have to answer any questions.
We believe Miss Johnson's being kept here against her will.
I'm not saying another word without my lawyer.
We have a subpoena for Miss Johnson to appear in court.
She's not here.
We have reason to believe she is. Ma'am, it is a separate crime for you to obstruct us in serving the subpoena. Do you really want to risk that?
Knock yourself out. Wait a minute. Who are you two?
You know, I could kick myself for not seeing this coming. Al's selling me out to the other side for a wad of cash.
Hold on, Alice. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still don't know if that's what happened.
No, I lived with the man, Michael. I know how his mind works. He'd sell his firstborn for a stack of 50s.
Yeah, I don't doubt that for a minute. Still, I have to repeat, we cannot be certain that Al tried to sell information about Millie to the Newmans. Besides, when you called the nurse, all was well. There was no sign of trouble.
Even so, it makes sense. Too much sense. Damn you, Alvin. If you ruin my chances of getting my little girl back, I'll make sure you regret it to your dying day.
Remember, no physical contact till the visit's over.
What are you doing here, Megan?
What, aren't you glad to see me?
This is no place for you.
Tony, I'm fine. It's you that I'm worried about. Are they treating you okay?
Yeah.
You would tell me if they weren't, right?
Meg, I'm a big boy, okay? I can take care of myself.
I saw Grace leave. What was she doing here?
She offered to help post my bond for me.
Oh, so you'll take money from her, but you won't take it from me.
I'm not taking money from anyone.
Look, Tony, if the only way that you can get out of here is to take some money from Grace, then take it. Gosh, I'll be honest with you. I would rather you never have anything else to do with her. But if she is willing to help you, please let her help you. Tony, I love you so much. It just kills me knowing that you're in this horrible place. Yeah, I just got a hold of the file. I'm gonna have to look it over before I can give you an answer. I'll call you back, okay? Bye. I hope I'm not interrupting. Would it matter if you were? I guess you're busy figuring out who to fire next. Let me guess. The loyal wife feels sorry for hubby, so she's here to defend him. What's to feel sorry about? Jack and Brad have already rehired Ryan. I guess that shows how much clout you have around here since your father's been dumped. Temporarily dumped. So tell me, Victoria, did you get a lot of satisfaction out of giving Ryan the axe? As a matter of fact, no, but it had to be done. I have no use for disloyal people. Actually, I'm kind of glad it happened. It shows once and for all your true colors. Am I supposed to know what you're talking about? Well, you always say how much you value Ryan's friendship, how much you respect him. Now we know that was a lie. More importantly, Ryan knows it's a lie. He can finally see you for the shallow, self-absorbed woman that you are. Feel better now? Much. Good. Then maybe you wouldn't mind answering the question for me. There's something I'm just dying to know. Which is, this attitude of yours, the fact that you're so pleased that Ryan's found me out, it wouldn't happen to reflect some insecurity that you're feeling about your husband and me, would it? Get real, Victoria. All your innuendos and fantasies about Ryan are a bunch of crap. I know who my husband loves, who he's committed to, and it sure the hell isn't you. What?
Thank you for coming, Ashley.
I've got it. That's okay. Thanks.
You obviously got my message.
Yeah, why am I here? I'm pressed for time today.
Well, I've been... What's the expression? On pins and needles. Wondering what happened with you and Cole after I left. I know that I interrupted you showing up the way I did.
Yeah, I wasn't very happy about that either, but... Well, given the way things turned out, I guess you handled the situation pretty well.
Well, I'm happy you feel that way.
Well, it doesn't mean that Cole's not still furious at you for using me the way you did to sell that forgery.
No. I made a serious mistake.
Which could have cost me a lot, professionally and personally. Not to mention I could have been in a lot of trouble legally. And I've been wondering about that. Did that ever matter to you, Raphael? Did that ever matter to you at all?
The hell are you, Jack? You're the one who wanted this meeting.
What is on your mind, Bradley?
Nikki, you know how I feel about you. At least I hope you do. I love you very much. There's something we've been putting off for months for all kinds of reasons, but I'm through delaying it. I think it's time we made it official, don't you?
Oh, Brad.
Look at that. Perfect fit.
You ready to talk now? We need to settle this thing once and for all.
Once and for all.
That's right, Nikki. We are supposed to leave on our honeymoon today. Are you ready to go? We can go down to the courthouse and wrap up the wedding ceremony and be on our way.
Brad, please understand, I want to go with you. But isn't it possible we could delay the trip just a
No,
while
Nikki.
longer?
No, we cannot. That is not possible. Look, it was one thing when you were waiting to see if Victor was going to live or die. But now you know he's going to survive. Nikki, I can't take this anymore. I mean, I'm at the end of my rope here. I have the plane tickets. In 3 hours, we were supposed to leave for the honeymoon of our lives. But you have to let go of Victor. He is not going to haunt this marriage, not if I can help it.
What, are you giving me an ultimatum?
I guess that's what it amounts to, isn't it? Either we leave right now, together, or I go alone. Now, what's it gonna be? I guess that's my answer, isn't it? Goodbye, Nikki. You loved me once, Nikki. Victor took you away. Now Victor's gone. But I'm here.
Brad? Jeez, where were you?
Just thinking.
Well, from the look on your face, I can tell what you were thinking about. It's been too long since you've had a woman, Bradley. You gotta work on that. It's not good for your health.
So, sweetheart, what brings you by?
What, I need a reason to just stop in and say hi to my husband?
Oh, I know that tone. You're upset about something.
I'm not upset. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction.
Who?
Your ex-wife, the high and mighty Victoria Newman, who isn't so high and mighty after I got finished telling her off.
You had a run-in with Victoria?
I happened to pass her office on my way here and saw that she was alone, so, I went in and I gave her a piece of my mind about her firing you, and I didn't hold anything back
I
either.
really wish you hadn't done that.
Why not? Victoria turned on you. She gave you your walking papers without even batting an eye. She is not your friend, Ryan. You do know that by now, don't you?
I don't blame you for being upset with me, Ashley. I complicated your life. I caused you a great deal of trouble, for which I am truly sorry. I'm also sorry that Cole is so upset with me. He's a good man, an honorable man, and I hate to think that we will never be friends again.
Well, you can't expect him just to shrug it off, Raphael. After all, you did use me to save your own skin. He's justifiably angry about it. He's also angry because I kept the truth from him for so long, and he should be. Thank God it's all out in the open, though, at long last.
Well, actually, that's not the truth, you know. Everything is not out in the open.
You're talking about Paris, and no, that didn't come out, and it's not going to, not from you. Look, whatever feelings you think you have for me, I love my husband. I'm committed to him.
I know, well, this is the reason I told the story the way I did. To protect you. I know the feelings you have for this man.
So I'm in your debt now, is that it?
Oh, let's just say that now you know you have a friend that cares for you. Who will sacrifice his own feelings for you and your happiness.
What do you want from me? Would you just spit it out? I really want to know.
I assume you didn't call this meeting to discuss my love life, Jack.
You don't have a love life worth discussing, sport. You gotta do something about that. People are gonna start talking.
Gee, your concern really touches me. Can we get down to business, please?
I have the latest revenue reports.
Please tell me the numbers are up.
The numbers are up, Bradley. Things are looking very good, though we can't afford to get complacent. We have to solidify our position with this company more than we already have.
Agreed. What do you have in mind?
I was thinking that we should start promoting key people to key positions.
Promote those that are loyal to us.
Well, more specifically, neutralize those who are not. I had in mind Victoria, Neil, Jill.
Well, you do realize it could be a major tactical error to try and remove those three from the board.
True. But what if we were to promote someone to a higher position? Wouldn't that minimize their ability to undermine what we were doing? Someone who has more power than anyone in the Newman contingent.
What are you thinking?
Ryan McNeil. I mean, he's a top-notch executive. He's proven he can step up to the plate, and, probably best of all, he's been dumped by the enemy. I think he's got a pretty sour taste in his mouth where the Newmans are concerned. And if he were on the board, he might be counted on to vote with us.
I want to make McNeil a board member.
You see any reason why we shouldn't? I thought you liked McNeil.
Don't get carried away.
You have reservations about him?
I'm paranoid, Jack. But I have to wonder if McNeil is really the loyal soldier you believe him to be, or if he just wants us to think that he is.
What was that about?
Oh, just a little fallout from my phony firing of Ryan. His teeny bopper wife is up in arms.
Well, can you blame her? Given what she thinks you've done, she's just trying to protect her husband.
Yeah, I guess so. But, oh, man, I can't believe Ryan married that airhead. He could have done so much better.
All right, Victoria, stop. We don't want to alienate our allies, and Ryan is our ally. He's going out of his way for us. We don't want to cause him any trouble, even if it is just aggravating his wife.
Okay, I hear you. It's just so tempting. I mean, Trisha is just such an easy target. But you're right. You're right. We do have more important things to discuss.
Please tell me that the woman who called with good news about your father called back.
Look, I don't like this one bit.
Just answer the questions, ma'am. Is this the only other bedroom in the house besides your own?
What do you think this is, Buckingham Palace? Of course it's the only other bedroom.
Did you find anything?
Closet's empty. Drawers too. There's no sign of the old woman here.
So far. Let's check the rest of the house.
You coming? Come on. We'll look this room over. Wait a minute. That is odd.
What?
This door locks from both sides. That would be perfect if you want to keep somebody in here.
So Nurse Voorhees wanted to keep somebody under lock and key.
Let's see what else we can find.
We searched the other rooms. There's no sign of Miss Johnson anywhere.
Millie was here. I know it. Somebody must have tipped you off.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, you've searched the place. Found nothing. I want you to leave now. All of you.
I'm afraid this Fenton guy might have pulled a fast one on
Wait
me.
a second here.
What is it?
Found something.
It's a postcard addressed to my wife at Legal Aid. Christina, I'm being held against my will at 4044 Patterson Street.
You were right. They're here. No, I didn't say a word. Not yet, anyway. But I'm not going to jail for you people.
She's freaking.
Oh, tell her not to. They have no basis on which to arrest her.
You talk to her.
No. Just tell her to keep her mouth shut and everything will be all right.
Look, just keep quiet, okay? You'll get a big bonus if you don't say anything. Did you get my ma out all right?
Yeah, it went fine. Listen, I gotta go.
We were right about Al. The sheriffs are there. Damn it! I could strangle that man by his scrawny neck.
Hey, don't waste your energy. Hal's plan failed. The information he sold was worthless. He's gonna have some very angry clients on his hands.
Still, it was a close call.
It's life exciting, don't it?
No, this kind of excitement I could do without.
We have got to get you out of this awful place.
I told you, I'm not taking money from you or anyone.
Sweetheart, I know that you're your own man.
I don't want your help. And I sure as hell don't want you worrying about me. So, look, just go home, okay?
Go home? What are you talking about? I just got here. I want to spend as much time with you as I can.
Yeah, well, that's not what I want.
You're just doing this for me, aren't you?
What?
Taking on this attitude and pushing me away?
Look, do you want to end up doing time in here? Stick around me, it'll happen.
But Tony, you're innocent.
No one knows that but you and me.
Okay, so we'll prove it.
No, you will not prove anything, Meg. I just want you to just stay away from me, okay? This thing, it would never work out between you and me. So let's just end it right here, right now, and go on with our lives. It's the best thing for both of us.
You know, sometimes there are extenuating circumstances, Trish.
Ryan, what are you talking about? You and I both know Victoria fired you. How can you defend the
I'm
woman?
not defending her. I'm trying to point out that...
What? Finish it. What were you gonna say?
Look, I'm sure you didn't come by just to say hi.
No, actually, it's about Meg. I mean, you heard her back at the apartment. She won't listen to a thing I say about Tony. She's in some sort of denial, and it's just gonna get worse unless we do something about it now, today. No, Mother. The woman who called about Dad hasn't called back. But I did contact the head of the search party. I told him about the call, and he seemed very encouraged. He said he was gonna put out more planes.
What did she sound like?
It sounded like she had a little bit of an accent.
Accent? What kind of accent?
I don't know, Mother. It was a very brief call.
Was there anything else that struck you?
She sounded young.
How young?
I don't know, Mom. I mean, we were on the phone for what, all 30 seconds?
It's just so mysterious. She must have been in contact with your father. How else would she have known about his horse and the injury? But why did she call? Why didn't your father call?
I don't know why Dad didn't call. There are a lot of unanswered questions. But I'm determined to focus on the positive. There have been no ransom calls. That says to me that Dad has not been kidnapped. And I really believe more than ever that he is going to come back to us.
Well, so do I. But I still keep wondering what on earth could be keeping him from us.
My dear Ashley, I don't think I understand what you're asking me.
It's pretty simple. I just want to know what you expect from me.
What if I told you that I have no expectations from you?
Is that what you're telling me?
Ashley, I'm a very uncomplicated man. I'm also a very patient man.
Okay, you know what? You're playing games with me now. Would you just tell me what you want from me, please? Hello? Oh, hi, Rhonda. I'm sorry. Oh, he is. My brother's back in the office? Yes, I'm anxious to see him. Thanks a lot for letting me know.
You have to go?
Yep.
Well, good luck. I sense that there's a problem you have to face.
Goodbye.
You know what, Bradley? You are sounding paranoid.
Maybe, but who knows? I could be right.
About Ryan? You think maybe he's just feigning his allegiance to the new head honchos?
I didn't say that, Jack.
What exactly are you saying?
Just there's a lot of history there.
Between Ryan and the Newmans.
He's married to Victoria. Her old man gave him his first break.
Doesn't mean he's gonna stay loyal to their camp forever. A case in point, he got back from his business trip, saw that management had changed, that Victor was out, and he took a wait-and-see attitude, which Victoria gave him a heap of trouble for.
Supposedly she fired him for being disloyal.
Yes, and we rehired him, and he is very grateful.
Don't confuse gratitude with loyalty, Jack. Two different things.
True. Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you any reason to believe that Ryan is less than loyal to the new regime? I mean, anything he's done? I certainly can't think of anything. Look, I agree with you. Ryan has in the past had a very deep connection with the Newmans, but that was years ago.
Well, sometimes people's feelings survive over time. Look, at any rate, I just think we should wait and make sure that McNeil is a true convert before we bring him into the inner circle. Otherwise, it could backfire on us in a big way.
Trish, look, I know how worried you are about your sister.
Of course I'm worried about my sister. Tony gets her arrested and she refuses to admit that he's trouble. And then you and I both tell her she should keep her distance, and what does she do? She goes to visit him. That's where she is right now. Why can't she just see this guy for what he really is?
She is in love.
No, she is not in love. She may think that she's in love, but Tony Biscardi is all wrong
It's
for
Megan's
her.
life. If she's so determined to keep on seeing this guy, there's nothing we can do.
I think we should take her on a trip. Put some distance between her and that creep.
She is out on bail, but she still has charges against her. There's no way the court's
No,
gonna
I'm
let her
not
go.
talking about taking her out of state. Of course, I know she has to be back in time for court. But, Ryan, we can make this work. Besides, I think we all could use a break.
Maybe so, but I can't leave here either. There's way too much going on here right now. So just drop the idea, okay? It's not gonna happen.
I don't know what's keeping Dad from his mother, but I do know that he will come back. And that's why I'm doing everything I can to pave the way for his return. Who are you calling? Ryan, our secret weapon. We need to get together and make some plans on how to undermine Jack and Brad from the inside. You don't have to bite my head off, Ryan.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean... Look, it's just not the time for us to be taking off right now. Besides, there's no way Megan's gonna leave with Tony in jail. McNeil,
Hey, it's me.
hold on. I've got to take this call.
Okay.
I'm really sorry I snapped at you. What's up?
We need to get together. I've got a hotel room.
Okay. Genoa City Hotel, room 336. Got it.
Can you leave now?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Ryan and I are gonna meet now.
I wish there was some way I could help.
Help how?
I don't know. I'm determined to find something to do other than sit around the house waiting for the phone to ring.
Well, in the meantime, just be happy that we've had some news about Dad.
I am, honey. You know I am.
I'll see you later.
All right.
It's me again.
Oh, hey, what is it?
You know, it just occurred to me, maybe we could ask John Silva about getting Meg away for a while. She and I could go to my family's cabin upstate, and you could join us on the weekend. And that way you wouldn't have to be away from the office.
Trish, if that's what you want to do, fine. I'll call John for you, but I can't do it right now. I've got a business meeting to get to. Mwah.
A business meeting in a hotel room?
That's why this note is so significant. Millie had been told to write my wife if she ever needed help.
Which is what she was obviously trying to do with this postcard. Paul, get Chris on the phone. Tell her that Millie was being held here against her will.
It's not signed.
Look, I realize it's not categorical proof that Millie was here, but it is the next
Paul,
best.
I
told you people to leave.
Can you explain this, Ms. Voorhees?
That's a note from Mildred Johnson addressed to my wife. I found it under the mattress.
See this? I don't know anything about this postcard.
Listen, we know that you're a friend of Al Fenton's. And we also know that Mildred was held here against her will. My guess is she was moved out of here just recently.
I got nothing to say to any of you. I want to call my lawyer now.
Fine, call. You're not under arrest yet.
But can't you force her to tell us what she knows?
Right now, the only thing we can do is search the rest of the house more closely.
Which is exactly what we're gonna do.
I want to give this room a thorough going over. Maybe we can find something else that'll point us in Millie's direction.
Where do you think they've taken her?
I don't know, Nick. Let's just hope that she's all right. We find her in time to help Cassie.
Yeah, no, look, thanks for calling. I feel so much more reassured. Okay. That was the nursing home I originally wanted to get my mother into, but didn't because it cost too much. And the folks over there are promising to keep Ma incommunicado. Take some extra moolah, of course, but it's worth it now. Which I'm grateful to you for, Michael.
Let me make something clear to you, Alice. I'm an officer of the court. And as such, there are certain things that I cannot know. Otherwise, I would be ethically obliged to report them. I must be kept apart from any discussion of Millie.
I can't even thank you for the loan?
You told me you were having financial difficulties. I understand that the search for your daughter cost you a great deal of time and money. I loaned you funds during this difficult period. That's all that transpired. You're clear on that, right?
Right. That's what happened. I'm clear.
Frankly, I think it's best if you forget I ever made that loan.
What loan?
Good girl.
So what kind of timetable are we talking?
I'm not sure, Jack. I just think it's too soon to make any moves.
Regarding Ryan?
Regarding anyone. I mean, frankly, I don't think we can trust anybody around here yet.
Well, not only do you sound paranoid, you're also sounding pretty damn cynical.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be cautious and wind up with a knife in my back.
Okay, we can't wait forever, though. Any day now, Newman could come charging back in, and we want to have our battle stations manned and ready.
I don't disagree. But I don't want to do something we might regret later, which is...
Ash, hey, come on in.
Hi.
Hey.
Would you excuse us? I need to speak with my brother alone.
Sure. We'll pick this up later.
Well, this is a nice surprise. What's going on?
That's what I'm here to find out. What's really going on? And neither one of us is leaving this office until I do.
Nothing. No, nothing here either. Paul, we've gone over this room with a fine-tooth comb.
I know. I just want to be absolutely certain that... Wait a minute.
What?
We've had a watch on Alice's house, which means if she left there to come here and pick up Millie, we should know. Hey, Fred, it's Paul. Listen, I want to know, has Alice Johnson been anywhere interesting recently? Specifically a house on Patterson Street, 4044 Patterson to be exact.
No, sorry, Paul. She hasn't been to that part of town since I've been tailing her. I just called the guy, though, that I got staked out of the house. And guess who's visiting Alice at her place right now? Your old friend, Michael Baldwin.
Well, I wonder what that's all about. As if I didn't know already. All right, thanks, Fred. Keep me posted.
What's going on?
Baldwin's here in Madison. He's probably conspiring with his client.
What? You don't think...
What I think is that somehow, some way, Baldwin's involved in Millie's disappearance. And if he is, I intend to prove it.
are you going now?
Yes, I've got a desk full of work waiting for me in Genoa City.
Well, am I at least allowed to thank you for all the work you're putting into my case? Also, you're the first man in a long time who's done right by me.
Maybe that's because we both want the same thing. To win, which I'm determined to do. I'll talk to you soon.
First time, things might finally be going my way. Might actually have a chance of winning this thing. Thanks to you, Michael Baldwin.
You don't really mean that, Tony.
Yes, I do.
You just want us to go our separate ways.
It's the best thing for both of us.
No, stop saying that. It is not.
It's true.
It is not true, Tony.
It is for me.
So you just stopped caring about me just like that? You don't feel anything anymore?
Come on, Megan. Open those eyes. Stop living in some fantasy world. What you and I have isn't working. Look at everything that has happened to us since we've been together. Your sister has been fighting me from day one, throwing accusations my way every time she gets an excuse. And then there's you, all mixed up on how far to take the relationship. And then finally we start to deal with it, and we get arrested? My boss screws me over? I'm sitting here in jail. Now you can call it bad luck, bad karma, whatever. I don't want it anymore. I want out.
Tony, you don't mean this. You couldn't possibly just...
Damn it, Megan! Don't make me hurt you any more than I already have.
What are you talking about? Tony! Look, please, listen to me.
No, you listen to me. We were kidding ourselves thinking that this would work out between us. You're not a woman, Meg. You're a girl, pretending to be a woman. You say that you want to give yourself to someone completely, but you don't, and we both know it.
You said that you understood that.
Yeah, well, I was being nice. And now I don't have time to be nice to anyone anymore. Yes, we had some good times. Yes, we tried. But it wasn't meant to be.
Tony, please.
Stop it! I don't need this right now. I got enough problems. I don't need you coming here making things worse. Now just leave me alone. Guard!
Yeah, you ready?
Get me out of here.
Wait, Tony, please. Please, just don't go like this. Tony,